I've started making some like longer form videos and it's making me feel like maybe I should start a YouTube channel. Just because I need more things to do. I've just repotted all of these plants. Oh, little baby ones. And I've been thinking about how my account has literally become a gardening page. And I think it all started last year because I grew our own veggies in the garden. Now, since we decided to get married, I was like, I'm just gonna try and do the wedding flowers. I've never, ever grown a flower in my life. Maybe I've grown a sunflower at school or something. So this is all so new to me. So whatever you see me doing, please don't copy me, because this is not expert advice. I am winging it. I don't want people to think I know what I'm doing, because I don't. I'm literally just trying to enjoy the process, trying to learn as much as I can, winging it, trying to plant way more than I think I'm gonna need just in case loads fail. And I'm completely open to having to buy flowers last minute from the supermarket on the day before the wedding. I hope that's not going to be the case, but yeah, I'm completely winging this. Growing flowers is so new to me, but I wanted to take people along on the journey of me learning more about flowers, growing our flowers for the wedding, perhaps other wedding DIY stuff that I'm doing, because weddings are expensive. I am such a do-it-yourself kind of person, so I don't really trust other people to bring my vision to life. I hope that I can. So yeah, I'm just trying to take on a lot of it as I can, as much of it as I can, as we get closer and closer to the wedding date. So yeah, I wanted to bring people along on the journey with me, share a little bit about our life, what I do with Birdie on a day-to-day basis as we move into homeschool territory and spend as much time outdoors as we can and just kind of entertain ourselves that way. You know, I think a lot of mums, myself very much included, feel overwhelmed with like how to entertain their little one. Like, I really struggle playing with Birdie. I know that might sound bad to people who don't have kids, but I'm sure there's so many mums out there who will relate. Like, it's just a lot. It's a lot of mental energy to have to come up with like games and participate in like role play and coming up with stuff. Obviously I do it from time to time, but things like going outside, going for a walk in nature, growing flowers together, spending time in the garden is just such a hack, because it just flows so naturally. We're connected with nature, we're calm, we both got things that we can do outside that we enjoy. Like, I can tend to the vegetables, the flowers, whatever. Birdie's off doing her own little thing, she gets involved if she wants to, and it's just such a win-win. And it beats staying inside all day. So yeah, I'm feeling like long form content is probably the best way for me to document this, and perhaps a good way for me to get started in the YouTube world. Am I biting off way more than I can chew? Probably. This is the current situation. This is the baby seedlings that I've started. We have Ami Majors, which is a tall bishop's flower. It's got white flowers, like kind of lacy. I'll put a little picture. This one is Aquilegia. I believe this one's going to be purple. I think it's called Granny's Bonnet. Let's have a look. Granny's Bonnet. And this is the same. I don't know why I did 40. These are obviously 20 cell trays. I don't know why I did 40, but I'm kind of glad I did, because look, some of them haven't yet germinated or won't germinate. So that was good. Doing lots was a good idea, even though it feels like, do I really need 40 plants of the same one when I literally have 60 packets of seeds? I don't know. This is Chinese astilbe. I don't know how to pronounce these things. If there's any gardeners watching, let me know. Purple/pink. I'm realizing this is purple /pink. This is white. These ones are all purpley pinkies. It's like a yarrow, like, it's called Achillea milliflorium, which I love the name, but it means obviously milliflorium. It's like millipede, so it's like lots of little flowers. So I'm realizing I've got a lot of pink and purple. I've also got this Perovskia, which is my all-time fave, and I really hope I can pull it off. That's kind of got like a blue spire. I think it's called Blue Steel, the variety. So a lot of pinks, purples, and blues. So I've got all of these seeds that I've ordered off Chiltern Seeds. I tried to put them into months, you can see, obviously. So indoors, March to May. So what I'm planning on doing is, ideally I would have started a lot of these seeds last year, planted them before the winter, so it gave the roots time to establish to create a stronger plant supposedly this year. But with the way everything went, I only managed to do that with a few plants. I've got some in our cloche, like a cold frame from last year, which have been obviously overwintered. I'll be able to put those out soon, but I should have started a lot of these last year, but I didn't get around to it. That's fine, there's nothing I can do about it now. But what I'm gonna do is start as many as I can indoors now to give stuff like a head start, and then I'm also saving some seeds to sow directly into the ground, supposedly, if everything fails or if I just need little ones, you know. I just would like, I wanted to give myself a head start by starting a lot of stuff indoors. I am a complete rookie. I literally don't know what I'm doing. I've just done my research. I love Sarah Raven on YouTube, and what is the other one called? Garden Secrets. I can't remember. I'm gonna put it here. The lady is amazing. I don't actually know really what it is that she does. I'm guessing she provides flowers to florists or something. And I also actually love Common Farm Flowers. There's a lovely lady in, I believe, Somerset in the UK. I'm just obsessed. That is my favorite thing to do when I get up in the morning. Have a little cup of coffee and watch these amazing women grow flowers and talk about their flowers. Like, I'm actually becoming such a granny. I have skipped being a young person and I've gone straight to being a granny, but that's completely fine. Grannies know what's up. Anyway, got really distracted then. So yeah, I'm trying to start as many as I can indoors. I've got them, I think, in date order. So here I have Cosmos Double Click Series Bicolor Rose, so I don't know what colour that's going to be. More Cosmos. I have loads of Cosmos just because they're quite easy and they're an annual. An annual, that means I will plant them this year, they will flower this year, and then they will go back and they won't come back next year. I have a lot of perennials. Perennials are the types of flowers that you plant this year, they will grow, die back, come back in the next spring, supposedly. So I've got a lot of annuals. Annuals tend to be, from what I have learned, they give like a bit of a wow factor to the garden. So the annuals are like the bright colours, they grow quickly, nice and tall, some of them. So I've got some perennials that I'm starting because I want to get the garden going nicely, not just for the wedding. I want to actually have it nice for forever. Like, I think I've unlocked my thing, I've unlocked my hobby. Yeah, and then I've got the perennials, I've got those annuals that I need to start, so I'm going to start as many as I can indoors and then move them outside. So I've got these little seed trays, which I've started them in, which you saw before, and I've just today repotted some Achillea milliflorium, which is that yarrow plant with lots of different colours. This variety is called Flower Burst Fruit Bowl. So yeah, it's good, I think, to have them transferred them all into these like 9-ish centimetre pots, so then they can grow a little bit, and then when spring comes, when the ground warms up a little bit, I can get them used to being outside in the cold frame, and then I'll move them to where I want to go in the garden. And having them in big pots is obviously easier for that because I can just position them where I want and then get them in the soil. So maybe we should do a little garden tour. So I can never open these doors. I've got this cold frame that I was talking about, which has got a lot of baby plants in. Let's open it up. So these are actually cornflowers at the top there, little babies. So they have been in there since last winter, and they will be ready to go outside early spring. They've obviously adjusted to the temperature. There's a few of them which I've actually put outdoors already. Or it might be a bit windy, I don't know if you can hear me. So I've actually moved a couple of our baby snapdragons out into the borders under these mini cloche things to hopefully protect them from the cold, but they're actually doing really well. Snapdragons are quite hardy, so I'm glad. They look like they're just going to settle there. I also bought some Ami Major seedlings out here undercover. These are a little bit more fragile, so I don't know if these are going to last, but I just thought they're all in that cold frame. I don't know what to do with them. I'm getting impatient, so let's just try and put a few outside undercover. They've had a little while to adjust to the temperature. Hopefully it's not too early, but I guess we will find out. So let's go out to the... Why do I always insist on wearing my slippers outside in the mud? I do not know. So now, this is the vegetable patch from last year. I have repurposed it and I want to have it as a cut flower patch so I can cut all of our wedding flowers, like the bouquet, the bridesmaids flowers, etc. Have some nice little vases. So yeah, let's have a little look at what we've got out here. So under here we have clary sage. Don't mind the hay, straw and the leaves. I'm trying to keep the ground a little bit warm because we did have a few frosts because I put these in. Actually, this row of snapdragons at the back, they went in like late December, which I don't know if that was a good time, but we're just going to see how they go. And here we have calendula, a couple of calendula and more snapdragons. So I'm hoping the snapdragons get some nice coloured flowers. I actually don't know. Somebody gave those to me, which I'm very grateful for. So I'm unsure of what the colours are going to be. I believe they potentially are apricot. But you can see the little guys in there. They look quite happy. So hopefully they're like, this is my home. When it heats up, they'll be like, woof, we love it here. And yeah, clary sage. I've seen happier plants. So yeah, basically that is the arrangement we have going on. I've repotted those baby seedlings today. As this sort of period of cold, early spring, super late winter continues, I'm just going to be planting more seeds as they're ready to go in, indoors. So get that first chance in at planting, and then I will be moving them outdoors and hoping to the flower gods that they work. Another thing that I want to do, I'm getting all excited because I'm like, I could do a YouTube video about this as well. I want to plan where I want to put all of the flowers in the garden, like actually draw out the garden potentially to scale and then be like, okay, what colours do I want where? I really don't know what to expect, to be honest. Like, I've never grown flowers before. From what I've watched and all the research I've done, I'm hoping I should get a little display of something. But yeah, I'm documenting this now, and I'm hoping in like June, July, I will be taking videos like of all of these amazing flowers and be like, I can't believe I grew these. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm open to buying stuff from the supermarket if I absolutely have to. Maybe I'll treat myself to some from a florist, not just the garage. I'm quite nervous. I think my phone may have just run out of storage. Classic. But I want to show you. Luca's mum bought me this little gardener's pocket planting diary, and I'm finding it so useful. Like, I've been going through writing all of the tasks, all of the seeds that I want to sow in what week. I've got the seeds that I've sown in there so I can remember all of the dates. It's just so useful. So now we're up to halfway through February. It's actually the 21st of February today. So next, the ones I'm going to sow is this other yarrow. I think this is more of a yellow one. It's called Colorado. This one, Ageratum houstonianum. There's so many names for these which I'm desperate to learn, but there's no way of picking them up until you're obviously exposed to them. So as I'm planning each one, I'm trying to like connect myself with what they're called and get to know them, because there's no way in a million years I'll remember all these without it. So this one's called Leader. It's a floss flower. Let's put pictures in of each one so we can have a look. We've got verbena. Love verbena. They're nice and tall with the little purple, tiny little miniature flowers. The bees love it. That's going to be nice, tall, give that like height to the garden, hopefully. This one, Agastache hybrida, Arcado pink. That one, I cannot remember what it looks like. Obviously, I've chosen it because it was nice, so let's put another picture. And this, another Achillea, Siberian yarrow, love parade. So I'm guessing that's going to be similar to that flower burst fruit bowl one that I've got. So those are the ones, 5 different types of seeds, which I'm going to plant. I wanted to plant them today whilst Birdie's out, so hopefully I get a chance. And then we're heading into March. So that means a lot of my plants are going to have been germinated for like a month. I'll be moving those into bigger pots, starting new seeds, and then it's going to get real because it's going to be spring and things are going to start growing, and I need to really kind of have a good idea of where I want things to go. Cutting back all of the plants that we've got in there currently, and yeah, but it's all a lot. It's a lot to think of. That is why this has been so useful. I don't know where it's from. Wold, recycled paper. You'd love to see it. And then I have all of those cosmos that we went through. Loads of different colours. Cosmos, just because they give that wow factor, the little annuals that you plant this year, they perform this year and then they die back. So we have another one, calendula. These are a type of marigold. They are supposedly easy to grow, so I look forward to that one. Astrantia major, that I actually have in the fridge at the moment upstairs. I have planted the seeds, they didn't germinate, so I'm trying to cold stratify them, it's called, which is when you get them to a really cold temperature for a period of time, bring them back out to the warmth, and it kind of like kickstarts the germination. We'll see, because that was a bit scary. Each one has very different instructions, and it's just a lot to wrap your head around, but instead of thinking of it as that I've got all of these flowers to grow, I'm thinking of it as like, I'm just doing one at a time and learning about each one as we go and what they require. And it is still overwhelming, but slightly less so. That Perovskaya, which I've got growing, that blue steel, which I showed you before. More cosmos. Am I okay? I think what I'll do is, in that cut flower patch that I showed you, I want to have a lot of flowers in there to choose from for the bouquet, so there's going to just be so many flowers. If I use all of these seeds, which I don't think I will, it would literally be so many, so just pray for me that they work. I'd also like to have a little go at potentially doing a wildflower display along the bank in the garden. That is just one of those projects that is going to be if I get time and help, because right now obviously I'm off during the day with Birdie, so I have a lot of time, but with those sort of tasks where I need help, it's hard to find time where people can come and help me out. We have Amber Boa Moshata, Splendens, Sweet Sultan. See, people are going to be watching this potentially and know exactly what that is. I have no idea, even though I chose it. So as I go through, what I like to do is have a look at the seed, look at it online, watch a little video about it, see someone else talking about it, learn what it needs, learn what it's going to look like, what to expect from it, and then just slowly go through each seed like that. Yeah, it's a lot, but I have so much respect for flower growers, honestly, and all these people who are so knowledgeable about flowers, because it is just never ending. There's so much to learn, and what a lovely thing to know about. Just really, I'm so fascinated. So yeah, we have why am I not in the frame? Yeah, I've got a lot to do. Sorry, I just needed to come and say something that I realised I didn't explain is, if you are planning on growing your own flowers for your wedding or an event or whatever, when you're on the website choosing your flowers, make sure you choose flowers that are due to bloom in the correct time frame. For example, if you're having a July wedding, you obviously want flowers that are going to be in bloom from June to July, and not like an early May or a late August flower. I mean, that might seem obvious, but I needed to mention because it might not be clear for everybody. And that was literally the most important thing for me. I filtered it by flowers that are due to bloom in our wedding month before I went and got excited about the flowers. What a mess. Birdie's actually out at the moment with Luca's sister. We're so lucky to have such a good support system. And honestly, someone's like, do you mind if I take Birdie out for a couple hours? I'm like, please do. Love her to bits, but this is the only time I ever get to do like uninterrupted work. So I've managed to make my first YouTube video. I guess let me know what you want to see more of, if this was any good, because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really care about views or whatever. I think it's just going to be nice to document this, look back on it with Birdie. And myself, I guess, as my flower growing journey develops, potentially in a couple of years, I will know so much more and I'll be like, wow, look where we started and look where we are now. Or this could all go really wrong and fall out of love with growing flowers and never try it again. But I just want to document our journey of, I guess, wedding prep, growing flowers, spending time outdoors, cyclical living with the seasons, making the most of our connection with nature. Homeschooling, potentially. I'll talk about that a little bit more here. There's obviously some things that I want to keep a little bit more private about our lives. And yeah, hopefully Birdie gets taken out again at some point soon so I can make another video. Obviously I'm happy to have her in them, but I tried to make a reel this morning of us repotting these plants, and it was just chaos. She kept running off. Oh, toddler mums, you get it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope I haven't bored you. First YouTube video. Let me know what you want to see more of, if it was any good. I guess subscribe, is that what you do? Like and subscribe. And yeah, follow me on Instagram, because that is kind of where I'm the most active. I may have a slight addiction to Instagram, but I just love sharing our life. I love connecting with other people. I just love it. I just think it's magical. I know some people don't like social media, but I just think you're not using it right. So yeah, I'm grateful for you if you stuck around till the end. I'm grateful for all of the mums who I have met and spoken to, and I'm grateful to all of the people who I am able to learn from, all of the people who are putting out content which inspires me, and I hope that I can do the same for somebody else. So yeah, thank you. I hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you for watching.